Well, you might be wondering why it's taken me nearly a minute to even say anything, but this is possibly the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. Is it saying something? This is a collection of videos, starting with this one, that I'm titling 1,000 Reasons Why. It's possibly the most stupid thing I've ever done, or the bravest thing I've ever done. Probably a mixture of both. But at this point, the lowest I've ever been my entire life. And I've just got nothing left to give other than this collection of videos, which are just going to be raw, honest truth from how I see it, my perspective, which is messed up as it is. And I know it is, but that's all I've got. So, 1,000 Reasons Why, the story of my life. Story of John Davis. Sad story. Messed up story. Ultimately, pointless story, but it's my story nonetheless. Started this whole thing. Originally, I had the idea of maybe helping people with sex addiction, because that's what I am. I'm a sex addict, or recovering sex addict. Attempting to, anyway. At this point, it's seems like recovery is impossible. Just seems there's no point to it. But I don't want to discourage people who are starting this journey or are stuck in addiction to not take it. It's better than the alternative. The alternative is addiction that can destroy your life, and I'm living proof of that. Well, it's 10th of June 2021. And 6 months from my whole life falling apart. And now those 6 months have been the worst of my life. And I've had hard times in my life. But this has broken me. I've just disintegrated as a human being. I've got no self-esteem, no hope, no faith, no dreams left, no motivation, no life. I just exist. Have a job, go to work. But the rest of my life's completely crumbled, destroyed my marriage, lost most of my friends, can't even face talking to them, let alone explaining what's happened and how far I've fallen. If you told me 10 years ago I'd be in this position, I'd have laughed at you. So, it's just destruction. That's all it is. Self-destruction and hurting everyone that I love, breaking everything that I thought I stood for, just completely lost. I don't know if this is the end, really, because I don't see any future for myself. I don't see any reason to carry on. I mean, I tried to build lists of things to be grateful for and things I should be grateful for, things I used to be grateful for. Ultimately, I no longer feel grateful for anything, and that breaks my heart as much as anything else. And I'm just starting this series of videos really to just basically document what's left of my life and how I got here, how this addiction is not something I chose, something that it can happen to anyone, so I'm told. It's doesn't make you feel any better about it. It's, doesn't make me feel anything other than it doesn't matter, it happened to me and it's destroyed everything. But I am going to try and finish this whole series by giving some resources and encouragement for people who haven't fallen as far as me, and hope that they can find people around them to trust, that when I couldn't do it, and people around them to help them see where the whole journey's headed, and maybe others can find hope in that recovery and the resources out there and the support that I've yet to be able to find, and at least maybe spread awareness of just how absolutely devastating this whole thing is to your life, to others' lives. And I'm just finding it hard to even talk about it because there's a whole world of pain underneath this. It's just going to have to come out, but to start somewhere, and just doing an introduction is, I guess, the best way to start. But the reason I called this video 1,000 Reasons Why is like the show 13 Reasons Why explains why young girls commit suicide, and I'm pretty much in that boat at the moment where I think about it every day. It's not just every day, multiple times a day. Some days it's pretty much all I think about, and I have to, I just, don't see any reasoning going on. But it's ultimately where it could lead. But at least going to put out the reasons why I'm in this place and why I could be making that decision. Could end up ultimately making that decision. So there's the introduction. It's not the best one I could think of, but it's as honest as I could be. I wouldn't say it's entertaining, but it's the truth.